Hey, DragonCon, Crispy here, and we're with our friend Rose. Rose,
Hi.
thank you for coming back.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
I'm thrilled. It's been a bit since you've been here. You've kind of been busy with this zombie show that
you should
people
check it
kind
out.
of like, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. It's been so fun. We've been doing it for the last 5 years, and now we're finished. So I got to come back to DragonCon, which is
and actually
awesome.
hang out and kind of see the sights.
Exactly.
Were you satisfied though with your run? Obviously, it's a job, and you want to be happy with it. But like, as a fan of your own product, do you feel like you're happy with the way everything has been going with that show?
Oh yeah, I had a really, really good time. I loved our writers. I was a fan of the creatives behind it. My cast, the dream team.
You had some amazing people on that show,
so,
behind and in front of the camera as well.
Exactly.
You know?
So we had a really good time, and feels like 5 years. It felt like high school a bit.
That's great though.
Yeah.
One of the things that I love about your work in that show, the different character types that you get to do week in, week out. Was that just kind of like a fun exercise? You're like, all right, now that I've eaten this brain, I have to be this type of manic or whatever.
Yeah,
was that more challenging for you, or?
It was fun, but it was a dream job in lots of ways, but it's certainly intimidating. It was like, oh, I just got to pull a character out of a hat. Thankfully, the writers did such a great job of helping me set that up, but you don't really get a lot of time to prepare. So
no, it's a tight schedule.
Yeah, we were a little manic.
Right, yeah, that's right. Manic is the fair word to do it.
Yeah, I did not have to eat that brain. That was just my brain.
Good. Well, now that you've got that's wrapped, you've got some time. You're here hanging out, being social. What's some of the things that bring you back to this show?
That bring me back to
DragonCon.
Oh, I'm so excited to be here. I've only been to Atlanta twice before.
Okay.
And I'm excited to explore around. I want to hear some jazz. There's some jazz spot that I heard I want to check out.
Right around the corner.
Yeah. The food, a lot of food. Yes. I already got stuck in last night.
I will tell you everything off the camera what you want. This is my town. I know all the best spots. So.
Yeah, the costumes here. This is always the most incredible, creative hub. I think DragonCon's costumes are second to none. They're incredible.
Would you yourself get a costume out on the floor? Was that your kind of thing?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I've actually just decided what I think it's going to be, because this guy is making me a fan now.
Right.
I'm a big Fraggle Rock, but the Muppets fan, Jim Henson fan.
100%.
And just met Peter Brook, which is very exciting. And I was thinking, I'd love to do a Miss Piggy cosplay.
Really?
I think I'd be great at that. She's like my spirit animal.
Would you kind of go like the full felt and make yourself look like Piggy herself, or would you do kind of like the amalgamation and make yourself kind of have Piggy elements?
You know what? It's so new to me, the whole cosplay scene, but being around all these creatives, I feel like I'd have to get a little assistance. I don't know if mine might be a little bit like just a toilet roll on my nose or whatever.
Everyone's got to start somewhere, though.
Exactly, that's true. But I have my mum's a sculptor, so I might be bringing in a little bit of assistance from the sidelines. Yeah.
Now, one of the things that I've heard, correct me if I'm wrong, you're into thrifting, right? Is that a thing that you do?
Yeah.
What kind of stuff? Build this Piggy costume.
Well, this
out
is
of stuff
that's
something that you found.
Right
that's
now.
beautiful.
Costume. My dress is just a costume.
It's all costumes, depending on what the occasion.
I know.
So, what kind of stuff would you find in the thrift store that you would apply to this Piggy costume of yours?
Well, as you said, felt. Felt is a strong element of Miss Piggy's wardrobe. Satin. I think she does a lot of light pink satin that's really blends in with her skin tone.
It adds the class to her character a bit, you know.
Muppets Take Manhattan is my favorite thing ever.
Yeah.
When she thinks she's a model, I can relate to that. When I was little, I was like, why am I not being hired as a model? I just could not understand. Not because I even thought I was particularly beautiful, but because I was like, well, that seems like a fun job. I could do that. And was shocked that, they didn't come knocking. Turns out you got to be tall and thin.
It's a weird society, the model world.
Exactly.
So I've got a lot of friends in that.
It's changing.
It is, and for the better. You know, we're seeing this beautiful movement to inclusivity in all sizes and body positivity across the board. And
Miss Piggy now,
loving it.
This day and age, could be a model.
I think so.
I really get excited about.
Yeah, which is so with the new Disney Muppet series. Have you heard that they've got a Muppet series coming out on Disney Plus? So. If you guys are listening, let's make this happen. That would be a fun little...
As a guest, oh my God, that would literally be a dream come true.
For me, growing up as a child, Muppets, obviously, that was...
Hello.
Muppets were my thing. Jim Henson is one of the most inspirational people to me. And it's one of those things where growing up, I always wanted to be a Muppet. But now also as an adult, it's like growing up, I would love to be a human, on the show as well.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just being able to talk to these characters and stuff like that.
That's what was so magical about that show. I was watching the guests and the interaction, and it was it was never reductive or anything. It was like these puppets and these humans were just all beings together.
Right.
It was beautiful.
What were some of your favorites from the actual classic show that you're into?
Harry Belafonte.
Oh my God, the Banana Boat song and all that.
Yeah, that was probably, that's my standout.
Yeah, for me, I'm an Uncle Deadly fan. He was the Phantom back in the day. Him and Vincent Price had some stuff. I was a huge Vincent Price geek growing up. So
cool.
yeah.
Oh,
Muppets
very
are
cool.
responsible for a lot of my weirdness, I suppose.
Me
Thanks,
too.
guys. That's
Me
a
too.
good way to go.
Thank you, Muppets.
Indeed.
Thank you, Jim Henson.
Well, what kind of other stuff are you into? I mean, you got the Muppets and things like that, but
Big fan of The Office as well, but both
versions.
Offices,
Okay, I was about to ask.
I was
Okay.
definitely a diehard British Office fan, and then came around, I was like, fine, I'll try the American Office and love that as well. They're different shows, and they're both so good. So
The Office, to me, the American Office, has one of the best endings of a television show I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Well, I know it's a comedy.
Yeah. Oh,
but the wedding scene there at the end, that whole thing, it was it was a delightful
I know,
journey.
and the mural.
Yes.
The mural gets
oh
me.
my
I'm
God.
Like, just celebrating community and people, and
all
that's
the
what
time.
we have, right?
Yeah. I don't know if
love
you're
it.
big in social media and have a personal stuff. We're not. I was asking for that. But there's this meme that constantly gets shared around about where Steve Carell goes to Pam's art show, and he's the only one who shows up and things like that, and just being this supportive. Sure, Michael Scott's not exactly the best character in the world, but like when he loves someone, he was all in.
And those are the characters we need to see. We need to see people that we can see their obvious flaws, and we can also see the parts that we celebrate and love about them, and that make them. I don't know. I'm really into those kind of characters. I feel like we don't need any more just straight up heroes. We're good. We need some real, like, interesting, dynamic, contradictory people.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like the depth. I know we're seeing that in heroes, but also in villains as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a thing that you've noticed. Like, villains just aren't crazy for the sake of crazy. You're seeing a lot of that, and I think that's just a shift towards culture because we want to understand how to get along
Developing
and
some
things like that.
Understanding that people can be products of circumstances.
Exactly.
And all that stuff.
They're just crazy. No, that's a stigma.
Yeah.
Let's move past that, and it's been really, really fun.
God, we got deep.
Yeah, I didn't.
We got real deep.
Our
at
bad.
DragonCon. Yeah, who knew?
Well, we'll just talk about the other costumes again. We'll bring it back down though. Well, with your free time, not that you have any, but let's say that you get to wander the floor here. Where would you end up? Is there like a panel or a track? In your spare time, obviously the costumes, the floor is one thing, but
I'm a sucker for all the merchants too, like all of the stuff that people make. The creativity at this place is just incredible. So like, I end up getting, I think of one of my friends who's a particular fan of something, and they'll be like, one of my friends is a big Star Wars fan.
Yeah, of course.
And they do these like Star Wars hula girls at some conventions.
Yes, I've seen those.
I think those are brilliant. And,
I collect the tiki mugs. I've got a huge tiki collection at home, so I've seen those. Yeah.
I like stuff like that. I can get sucked into the little shopping.
Well, our shopping whip. It's weird to say. A lot of conventions have like a vendor hall. We have a shopping mall that's 3 floors of shopping. So go get lost.
No, I will.
Get incognito and go walk around for that and have a blast there.
Thank you. Yeah.
So I'm really excited to kind of hear about your experiences. You've got a lot of panels going on. I don't know them. I apologize.
No,
but while you're here, please go find. You got a lot of your crew here as well, right?
Yeah, we've got a bunch of the iZombie gang. We've got Malcolm, who plays Clive Babineau, Bryce, who plays Donnie.
Yes.
David Anders, who plays Blaine. Ali, who plays Peyton. And I think that's all. And if I've forgotten someone, I'm going to be out of the club.
That's fair. All right. Well, it's not like this is on record or anything.
No.
Not at all. No, but I love the fact that, like, typically you'll see like 1 or 2 because you guys are working. But now that you have the time, you're all here, and I hope that you all just get to go out and have a lot. We have an ongoing joke behind the scenes here.
Yeah.
Usually when we see David, it's at a hotel bar.
Yeah.
So let that
right.
set the theme and everything, and hope you all have a great time.
Thank you very much.
Before we get going, though, we talked about our friend Randall here.
Yeah.
And you've kind of been warned about our questions.
Yes.
So I want to see what you got. Dig on in there. I'll set the tea down.
I'm keeping this tea. Right. This tea's going
Secure tea.
Secure the tea.
Yeah.
Pink for Miss Piggy.
All right, of course.
Right? So, do I read the question?
You read it out loud. We're going to get your whole reaction, and we'll talk about it.
What common thing have you never done? Okay.
Ooh. Common thing have you never done?
Well, it's not common anywhere else, but in New Zealand, which is like the extreme sports capital of the world, I think. May have lied.
We'll roll with that. It's fine.
No one can question me because you guys won't. I won't be here. I'll be gone by the time you pin me. Is AJ Hackett the bungee? Bungee stuff. Everyone in New Zealand has done bungees,
that
and
sounds
I've
terrifying
never
to
done
me.
a bungee. It is.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Falling for me is my fear. I love heights.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
When you're not jumping off them.
No, exactly. I've got my stability.
So bungee jumping is the thing in New Zealand. Everybody's like, "Oh, you haven't bungee jumped? Oh, really?"
You're not
Which,
really
by the way,
a New
it's
Zealand.
not a common thing.
No, but for that circle of the world, that is terrifying. So when it happens, please don't die.
Thank you. I'll do my best. I will definitely
and just try to avoid it in general. So that's my thing. So Rose, I want you to thank you again for your time.
Thank you.
And have a blast.
Thank you.
DragonCon, go find her.
Thank you, guys. I'm so excited to meet you all. I hope you come by.
Beautiful. And thank you again. We'll see you guys soon.
Thanks so much.